Hey there, good morning. I'm John. Today is Wednesday, February 7th, 2024. Welcome to my daily vlog, my regular morning stand-up, reporting what I'm doing and what I have done to make content creation, hopefully, sustainable. That's the goal. And made a little traction toward that yesterday, right? So let's start with yesterday. So first and foremost, it was Tuesday. It was podcast editing day. It was fast. I had a few people message me and saying, I was going to pop in around the halfway point and you were gone. As I mentioned yesterday, it was we had a couple of weeks where we didn't do new episode recordings, and so we're repackaging old ones, and we had a new introduction we recorded and edited that and put it together. I want to say I was done certainly within the hour. Normally we have a 2.5 hour block, but I was done probably in 45 minutes or so. So productive, got that done, got all the work to publish that episode. It goes out tomorrow. And we had a few, I think we had a little under a dozen people in that short amount of time make it pop in. A couple renewals of that Prime sub. Thank you so much to those of you that continue to remember to do that. Thank you so very much. Then I just began work on one of the next videos I plan on doing, an upgrade to that trackball. Also, I got word back from G Fuel. They love the production that I did with Dana, and so I got that video published. I want to say it was about 4 in the afternoon or so, late in the afternoon, but I got that out, and as a promotional video, it has done pretty decent, I think. So it's not a video game, it's not a review of a toy or anything. About 1,100 views overnight, and still growing. There's still some social component to push that, I think. So I'm happy with how that's going. Of course, because I'm doing it, was doing it for someone, right? I always wanted to do better. I always want to overperform. I always want to, and so however that video ultimately does, I know that, we did our best work. We did our best thumbnailing. We went above and beyond, brought in a guest and everything. So I hope the sponsor is happy with that. And it's another little, block in the wall to help get a little bit closer, a little bit further. I'll talk a little bit more about that video and its current state at the end of this vlog. But I also, in the afternoon, I generated 10 more short videos. I took the latest Atari 8-bit recommendations, the viewer's choice, and I turned that into 10 more shorts. And those are ready to publish over the next few weeks. Keeping that backlog full of those things. And whenever I see I'm down under 7 or so, I kind of crank out another 10 or 12. So let's talk about stats. And by the way, I saw my buddy Jeff, who runs Smash JT, he's regularly watching, but he popped in after yesterday. I talked about how the stats were all down, and I know I'm not alone. He's seeing it too on his channel. I know that MC Murr is seeing it on his channel, but just across the board, this feels like fewer people are out there to engage in, regardless of comparable or quality, same type of caliber video. Anyway. We're right at 10,000, maybe just like 9,900 or something views per day. This is a 7-day average. And we're down to 35 new subscribers per day, 7-day average. So we're well off of the 50 that I would like to see, but we're right at the ragged edge. And if we see an uptick, hooray. Quite possibly, based on this current trajectory, we might dip under 10,000 even, But if I learned anything over the last probably 6 or 8 months of this project, it's nothing is the new normal. Like, nothing is the new normal. The highest high is not the new normal because you're going to come off of it. Dipping down to the low is not the new normal. It's part of the ebb and flow. You don't have, there's that trite thing, like you cannot have the light without the darkness, this kind of fantasy legend, dragons and wizards thing. But two, it's true too, you can't have the highs without those lows. If everything was just flat, there would be no growth, right? So you have these ups and downs, and I don't like them, but I'm starting to come to accept it's not a reason to go, oh shit, and just panic. Instead, it's, all right, just keep your head down, keep working, keep grinding away, things will uptick again. And it's, you can only believe it here. Like, you can't make your heart feel that it's not, oh, woe is me, but your brain can override that. And so I've kind of gotten better about reminding myself that, well, no, what I'm doing is on the right overall path. it's just down right now. So no new milestone, about 25 or so away. I expect we'll see a new milestone in subscribers tomorrow, so we'll talk about that then. So what about today? It's pretty simple. I'll be working on the next long form video, plural. I'll probably be working one and kind of prepping the next one to get out another one or two this week. Of course, shorts every day are coming. And then tonight at 7 p.m., I'll be recording live on YouTube and Facebook with 1980s Now. My friends Will and Kat will be live doing that. And I mentioned I'm going to talk very briefly about the sponsorship video. And look, I'm really happy with how it came out. Again, as I said, I would like it to do way more because I want to perform for the sponsor that that paid us to do this video, to get in front of our audience. And the thing that I'm never going to get over anytime in the near future is and by the way, huge engagement, tons of comments on that video. And of all those comments, I only had one. I knew it was coming. It always happens. Hey, this video is sponsored. And I get this comment that goes, oh, you'll just shill for anybody that throws money at you. I'm like, people are going to say that. It's people that don't understand my motivations, people that don't understand how the world works, people that don't know that I'm trying to make a living, and it's false too. It's like, if just anybody gives me money for anything, it doesn't mean I'm going to make a video for them. No. Look, this was Atari special swag. It was at 2,600 flavors. I was interested in it in the first place. And so we reached out to them to say, hey, you want to work together and do something? It's a good fit. It's getting this in front of our audience. What I think people don't realize that irritates me is the obvious one we've talked about before, which is some viewers think that content is free and they should just they're entitled to see it, and the work that someone puts into it is irrelevant. It's just for their entertainment. And if you interrupt that by saying, by the way, I'm trying to make a living, go check out, Perel shampoo, and then you move on with your life, right? They're like, oh, you're just blah, 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 whatever. They're mad at you because you're taking money for your art. Which, by the way, is a conflict on my brain, finances and art, but I have to find a balance, right? There's that part of it. And there's the other part that, where was I going with this? I get mad at people with things. Oh, I was talking about the first part is that, there's the money and art thing. I don't want to be distracted. There's the other that it's someone that has a regular job. That's what they're doing. They are doing the bidding of someone who gives them money for that, right? Of course, if you do something artistic, you have to weigh the balances of that. And so when I do something that is promotional, that I have done, I did it for Old School Gamer, I've done it now for G Fuel, I try to not make it advertisement. And I don't think what I made was an advertisement any more than if I had been paid $0 and gotten this gadget, what would I have done? I would have opened the box, looked at the cool toys, tried what they tasted like, and said thanks for watching. In this case, I just did a little extra with it. I put some more production into it because someone was interested in getting in front of my audience and they're willing to pay for that. And so I created the best entertaining content I could that also got a product in front of my audience. Look, I wasn't advertising. We talked the other day. It wasn't fire axes. My audience doesn't care about those. It's an Atari themed thing, right? So to the people that think none of you, I don't necessarily. I mean, you guys are here and you've been here enduring my process for a year plus, but I wish I could say I don't want to engage with those people because they didn't say I'm curious about this. They went straight to name calling and assuming that someone is just a money grubber. So I don't engage with them. But in the cloud, philosophically, I wish I could explain to them that, look, work for pay is how you survive. If my work is art, I need to get some pay for my art. And if that disturbs you, how do you make money? Whether you're building something or you're taking orders or you're short order cook or you're a salesperson or you're a developer, you are giving your talents for compensation, and you should be compensated for that. I'd never expect you to do coding for nothing just because it's fun. You might do some coding for fun, but you also need to pay the rent. So, I'm just venting this because, like, I want to get it out. I'm not going to tarnish and clutter the main channel with this. The reason this vlog is here is for all of, yes, I have a goal to get from point A to point B, but also there are all these turns along the way, and all of the clouds that come in, and the storms that pass, and the sunshine that comes back. We talked about the ups and downs. There's the ups and downs of the reactions you get for actions that you take, and the conflict of art and commerce is such that between a misunderstanding and a lack of respect for art, I think, why would I pay $1,000 for a painting of fruit? Because somebody painted it, and it's good. That's why. And if that's distasteful, I don't know there's anywhere you can run to just get everything for free without any kind of compensation. If there is, maybe I'll go there and create my content there, but that place is fictional. It doesn't exist. So I think this is an ongoing discussion because, look, as I'm trying to become sustainable, it means finding other avenues of revenue while still maintaining the integrity of the work that I'm doing. And I don't know, it's all new ground for me. So as I tread it, I might make mistakes. I don't think this one was. I think this is fantastic. I'm very proud of this. And I think that video is going to continue to grow. And it has value beyond just today. It is an entertaining video with two people trying something and having a good time. There's value in that. And that's how I planned the video in the first place. Is to say, how do I make this entertaining, even though it is something that is sponsored? So I can't judge that. You can judge that. Viewers can judge that. And I'll continue to try to make the best decisions that I can to get toward the ultimate goal of doing what I love and being able to do it and not be losing money at it, which I'm currently doing. Okay, I've rambled enough. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here to let me vent, to get this off my chest. It's a big discussion that I just crammed into 5 minutes, but we'll talk more about it, I'm sure, in the coming days and weeks and months and years. We'll see. Thank you so much for stopping in to check out today's vlog. If in fact you did, if you're here every day, you know what? I love you for that. Big surprise. Thank you for being here. Please have a great Wednesday. Remember to do something good for yourself if at all possible. And I'll talk to you again next day. Bye-bye.